Hi everybody, it's Julie, and it's fabric day. So I finally picked my garment. I picked a dress, a lace dress. It has an underslip part, and then it has all this wonderful, all this was covered with lace. I've already cut that. I cut it while I was watching a video that I wanted to watch. And so I have all this wonderful lace and other that I can use. I'm going to put it back here for right now. And I am going to use, let's see, this page here. I need a fabric flip. And of course, I want to put note papers under it. So for the fabric flip, I went ahead and I did already cut out a piece of the under fabric, and so I'll be decorating on top of that. But underneath it, I want some 4 by 6 ish papers. So I've got some, or not 4 by 6. That's how the size of the top. I've got some scrap papers here that I thought I could go ahead and use. And so let's go ahead and pick those. That's for underneath. So we'll be making a fabric flip and a fabric pocket. So you can stay tuned for the fabric pocket. And so we said it'll be 4. So we're going to have to turn in this direction. We'll go with like 3.5. 3.5. I think we'll do 3.5. Okay, so that's going to give me that. And we'll go with a little bit more than 6. And that'll give me something that I can use for something else. Okay, so putting that aside, I've got this music paper. I think I want the top part to be this. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it right along there, just so I don't. And I've got a little piece of this. Okay, the next thing I wanted to use was some tissue, and we'll go ahead and put it at same. Okay, and this cuts because it's got that wax, like so. I think we'll go in a little. Okay, so there's that. And I think that's going to be good. I think we'll just do 3 pieces on this particular one. Okay, so I think I want the in this order. I think now I could, because this one's thinner, I could pull that one out and we'd have, yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, and remember, you can write on the tissue paper, you can write on the music paper. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out my stapler. That way it's already taken care of. And I'm going to go ahead and add this onto this page. Okay, so rather than just having it be a fabric flip and nothing underneath it, I wanted to go ahead and put a little stack of note under it. Okay, so there's that. And it's put on, and then we're gonna go ahead, and this needs to go on using the fabric tack, okay? And so I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna go across right at the top of my note and right across the top, come back, go right across. I think that's gonna give me a nice, yeah, just like that. And I like that you can see the music through it and the stripes. Okay, so what I was thinking was we could go ahead and use some of the lace. So I ended up with a bunch of lace from this. So I've got to decide if I want to go, yeah, I think I want the line down. It is going to be there. Straighten it out a little. Okay, so if I put glue on this edge, I want to make sure it comes up high enough to get into the lace. And it's all a little bit elastic, a little bit stretchy. The lace is, the fabric is, all of it. And I was tempted to keep the dress because it almost looks cute. And then I was like, no, it's okay. Let it go. Let the dress go. So, there we go. I want to pull it a little bit because we want it to be fabric and lace pockets. You need to have them be kind of tight if you can. Okay, and I did pull out my fabric scissors. So we're just going to cut right up that edge. Okay, so that's going to give us a fun little pocket if we want to use that in our flip. Okay, I do have the black. What if we put this under? Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay. And we'll put these scissors away so we don't accidentally use those. Okay, I'm going to come up here. I'm going to make sure that's nice and down. This is the washi, the faux washi we made in yesterday's video. It's see-through and everything. It's like perfect. So there we go. There we go. Okay. You know, I'm almost thinking I don't want it to be a pocket. Unless I have, you know, something small to go in it. Just a paper. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So we can do it with something like a paper in it. Okay, so we have our fabric is our base. We have our lace. And we're going to want to add 3 more things here. So kind of liking the idea of, oh, am I out of tissue? Eiffel Towers? Am I out of tissue Eiffel Towers? I think I am. There's a piece of music. I like that. It's sitting over here next to me. It's like, I have that. That's actually really kind of cool. But you know what? We need something for up here. So what if we use this up here? That kind of, so this was also from yesterday. We'll use our fabric tack because this is fabric on the bottom here. So we have tissue, and we have stitching, but we're not done. Okay. I like this down here very much, but I do want one of those Eiffel Towers. Well, I found the Eiffel Tower, added it here and the music, and so we have our fabric flip, and that is finished. So the next thing I did in the lost footage is I did make a fabric pocket. So I have the fabric with the lace over it. I added the tissue with the stitching, and I stamped on the fabric, and I colored and doodled it. So that is going to be my fabric pocket for the challenge. And I didn't want to just go ahead and make another one. So what I'm going to do is I am going to make another required element that I need, and that is a top tuck. And I decided that I was going to do a top tuck that is a it's the envelope again, because I want to bring this color in again. And what I'm going to do is take out my cutter. And this is one of the things that I like to do. You can go straight corner to corner, but I like to go giving a little bit of edge. Okay, so I've got a little bit, about 3/4 of an inch here, and between 3/4 and an inch there. And that's going to give me a top and a bottom tuck. And they have this this area here. So we're going to work with the top tuck because that's what we're making. And I am going to turn it over while I'm working with it in this area. And I am going to bring out a piece of the dress. I think I showed you the dress in the beginning. So I'm using this dress. It has fabric and lace. And so we are going to go ahead and attach this to the top tuck, okay? And I am going to do it in this direction. Usually I would have put this on the top, but because we already have this cut, I think we'll go with that. And I am going to go ahead and add my fabric tack. So that is what we're going to use for this piece, because the lace is basically fabric. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and I'm going to do stripes-ish, like zebra stripes, tiger stripes. Okay. And that way it will stick on there. I was thinking about adding the okay, which way do we go? Which way do we go? This way. I was thinking about adding fabric on top of here, but then I lose the beautiful turquoise paper, and that's, you know, that's the reason I'm using this envelope. Plus, you know, if I can use up this stack of envelopes, that's great. So welcome if you're here. If this is your first time here, just know that we have a premiere on our channel every day at 10:30 with a live chat. And we would like to extend a warm welcome to have you join us there if you'd like. So, yeah, so check out our live chat. Just hit that live chat button right down there and come on over and say hello. And yeah, so we do have a scheduled live craft with me for next week, next Wednesday at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And that is our craft with me with the Patreons. So Patreons is the subscription that you can get, and they have received some digitals in December, and we're going to go ahead and play with those. And then the Emerald Patreons have received an embellishment kit, and we are going to play with that. So I think that's going to be fun. Okay, so we have used an envelope as our base. We've added lace. Now we could go ahead and stitch this. That would be great because we have been stitching things. But I wanted this time to go ahead, take our little piece of fabric, and we're going to stamp on it. Okay. So I think this time we are going to stamp the dog. No. Let's do... well, we'll do this one with the Eiffel Tower on it. Okay. And so grabbing my archival ink pad, and this this fabric seems to have a lot of polyester in it. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but just so you know. And so there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and remember I unlocked a gold pin in the mini challenge in the challenge. And so I am going to fill in the Paris. Just to give us a little something different. Okay, now I also have been there. We're just going to give the Eiffel Tower some sparkle. Okay, so that is the gold pen. And then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to do a vine. Okay, and this fabric is stretchy, so I'm going to go ahead and come down, come across, and come down here. So I'm starting on the ends. I'll start and give a little bit of a curl. Okay. And usually I've been doing the leaves first, but I want to make sure that I get to add some roses. So I would just do these in the swirl, but I was having trouble making the swirl happen. So we're going to go around. That'll give us 2 roses. Then I can go ahead and start my leaves. Okay. And they can be smaller this time. If you saw the other, when I did the cookie cutter, in the mini challenge and the challenge, I did bigger. My leaves were bigger. Okay. And we're just adding a little color is what I wanted. I wanted some color. We'll give that one a rosebud. Rosebud. I think we'll make this bigger. Okay. And then I used my plain old ballpoint pen, and I came in and I made the little vine just so that you can see it a little better. Kind of in little brush strokes, and then also from the bottom of the leaf and moving up, giving it kind of its stem. Okay, and then doing something also with the roses, and that just helps it all blend together. And I'm just making round strokes with the okay. So there is that. Then I'm like, I have the amazing pinking shears that my Cindy gave me. And so I am going to use those to cut around this. And I'm going to cut right up to the floral design from each side. Okay, so see, I'm just going around it, cutting up to the floral design from each angle. Okay, then I'll take out my fabric scissors and I will go ahead and go around. You do not have to doodle in this challenge. It's just, I have decided that if I want to do some other things, so we got to use 3 pens, and so I decided that I would go ahead and decorate a stamp to add here. Now the pocket, let's see if we can find the pocket. So I kind of wanted to show you, I was kind of going to go along kind of with what we did with the pocket. Okay, so see, I did the decorations, and so I added this was our other thing, and I did go ahead and I made another one. And so we can add that. And I think we'll go down to, you know what, I'll leave this attached because I might want to go all the way down onto the paper. We'll go ahead, since we are putting this on lace, we'll use our fabric tack. Okay. And let's see, go ahead and put this down. Remember, this is going to be a top tuck. Okay, so it's gonna, and then this, we're gonna put this over that, just like we did on that other. Okay, and what I did was I went ahead and I pressed that down. Then I put this on here. So we have on this, we have fabric, we have stamped image, and we have doodles using the pens. So that with the tissue, the lace, and the sewing, we have way more than our 3 items that we need to embellish or enhance our, okay. So that is going to be my top tuck. And so something will be able to go inside of here. This will go down into the journal. It could even go over the page, and you could have a tuck on the other side as well. And that is a possibility when I go to put this inside my journal. So pretty excited. We have a top tuck. We have our fabric pocket, and I just stuck this in here for now. And we have our fabric flip that you saw in the beginning of this video. I think this is really exciting to get 3 of our required elements finished, so that I am able to move on to the next thing. So this would be actually be a good tag for this, because you get something coming out, but I'll make something bigger for that. But there you go, our top tuck, and I chose to do a corner tuck. You can do a straight across tuck and decorate it with your items. But there, so we've added some more of the lace. There's lace on all 3 from the garment. We used a little piece of fabric on all 3. These ones we used a stamped image. We used some of the ruffly tissue on all 3. And I doodled on this one and this one. So this one, I did the fleur-de-lis with the gold and just kind of brushed it, soft brushed it, so that it would have the look. I did not go over the letters, so I'll think about that. I may still go over those. And yeah, the other thing I did is I did add gold, some of the gold stamp pad down here, but I ended up, I'm like, yeah, I may add it in some other places so that it looks a little bit antique-y. But yeah, so there you go. We've got 3 items using fabric and lace, and they are finished and ready to be in the journals, or they already are, or the journal. I'm making 1 journal, it's 3 signatures, and I still need to make the cover. So yeah. Yeah, we'll get to it. Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.